The land, it was at peace. It wasn't a peaceful land. It just wasn't at war with anybody right now. The big salami, he ruled the whole world. But since he doesn't really come into this story so much, I just want you to know that he was powerful. But even the powerful big salami, well, he couldn't be everywhere in the world. Every region had its own kingdom, and it was ruled by its own local power. You know, there was the head cheese that ruled out west, and the king crab had dominion over the frozen north. In the oceans, there was a one-eyed pirate tuna who guarded the underwater realm. And in a small country out in the east, there ruled a gingerbread man. History would later remember him as a little bit crazy and a lot evil. I'd like to tell you that this is one of those Christmas stories where some Scroogey Grinch man sees the light and everyone is happy when he lifts a small child up on his shoulder with a "God bless us, everyone." I'd like to. But in this land, the crazy evil gingerbread man does not have a change of heart, and everyone does not leave happy, and he tries to kill a bunch of people. Merry Christmas, everybody! Well, you must know, though, that a lot of people love the gingerbread man, because in small ways he reminded them of a story that was told many, many years ago. Grandmothers would tell their grandchildren from one generation to the next that one day a star named Christmas would arrive, and he would cause the world to celebrate, and he would know where to find the key to a new land of marvel and joy. And it's also believed that Christmas, the star, would be so powerful that he would wage war against evil and restore sanity and rule in a just and unending reign. Crazy, evil gingerbread man hated Christmas. Though he hates Christmas, he also respects the old stories and fears that they may one day come true. So crazy evil gingerbread man set out to make himself the next best thing to Christmas. Maybe even better than Christmas. He built gingerbread houses and gingerbread schools. He had a state-of-the-art gingerbread airport built. At this exact moment, he was having an Uber Bowl party at his gingerbread palace, watching two teams that he cared nothing about battle it out for the world championship inside the newly built $7.1 billion Ginger World. "You really did find the keys to Marvel Land," came a voice. "The parties, the stadium, the food, it's all so good. It's really like Christmas is here every day." Another voice screamed, "How do you get a screen that big into a stadium, man? That thing shines brighter than the stars." Laughed the crazy evil gingerbread man. "It's not bad, is it? I think Uber Bowl Sunday should be its own holiday. And since I'm king, happy holidays." The crazy evil gingerbread man's words often said happy holidays. But his laugh said, "Let's destroy Christmas." He believed that the old stories could never be fulfilled if there were no days left on the calendar for Christmas. So he filled up every day he could with parties and celebrations and new holidays. There was Slow Day to celebrate the snails, Crazy Hat Day where people wore crazy hats, and Crazy Hat Eve where crazy shoes had become a fad. There were the regular holidays like Jelloween and the 4th of Juletember and Bastille Day. Nearly every day was full. However, there was one day just over a week ago that did not have a holiday. But since the big salami, and I told you he'd show up in the story, not much, but this is it, this is the part. He said he was going to be taking attendance on that day. Everyone had to go home and get counted so the big salami would know how many people he was ruling. The crazy evil gingerbread man made a note to make sure he found a holiday for December 25th next year. Now was not that time. It was halftime at the Uber Bowl. Crazy evil gingerbread man was going to dance. Now you and I might not call it dancing. It seemed to be more of a full-body dry heave, an uncontrolled seizure that would shake the very ground next to crazy evil gingerbread man. He would dance, then he would sing, and then he would do it all over again. It was harder to get into one of crazy evil gingerbread man's Uber Bowl parties than it was to get into the game itself. The halftime karaoke was always a highlight. This day was no exception. I've been working on a new dance. We're going to have to move some furniture. A lot of furniture. Crazy evil gingerbread man giggled and jiggled, and he stretched his muscles getting ready for his new song and dance. But just as he said the words, "Hit it!" the doors to the party room flew open, and in stepped the butler, followed by 7 of the oddest cookies that you've ever seen. "Sir, these wise astronomers from yon far land, they've been traveling for nearly 2 weeks just to get here. I don't recall inviting them to the party," crazy evil gingerbread man said with a glare. "No, wise sir. We have come because we wish to see the gingerbread man who rules the land where a new star has been seen overhead." "I am the gingerbread man, ruler of the..." "Wait, what did you say about a new star?" The crowds began murmuring among themselves. A new star? Could it be Christmas, the star? The wise astronomers continued, "We see new stars every day. They show up when and where they're supposed to show up. But this star was different. We do not understand how it could appear without it fitting into all of our calculations and charts. It makes no sense. But we thought that if we could talk to the stars of your land, they might be able to help us in our quest to find this new star." Crazy evil gingerbread man was nervous. He had tried so hard to prevent Christmas from coming. He hated Christmas so much. He had to know more about the wise astronomers and what they knew about the stars. "Ryan, oh Ryan! Someone get me Ryan the star. He was here not too long ago. Check the buffet." Ryan was in fact a special advisor to crazy evil gingerbread man, and he was a star. He was deep in counsel with the mad ruler and had been preparing for some time just for this day. No man, cookie, or star knew more of the stories about the star named Christmas than Ryan. No one in all the kingdom. "You called, oh great gingerbread man?" He bowed a knowing bow and nodded ever so slightly. He knew what to do. "These men have seen a star, and they do not have the ability to know where it came from. You know all of our stars. Perhaps you can listen to their stories and help them to figure out this mystery." "I would be honored." "As you know, we wise astronomers watch the stars," the strange cookies began. "The constellations spin their paths across the night sky. Old stars retire and fall, and new stars burst into brilliant view, like a well-choreographed dance. But something changed. There was a member of the dance, one that was not counted on. You would think, like a town's misfit wandering onto the stage, that it would throw off the celestial order, the rhythm, and the motion. But it did not. The new star made the movements different, but better. Like a master performer, perfectly weaving his solo in and out of the waves of the other dancers. We left immediately and watched this dance continue every night during our 12-day journey to your country. We just wanted to know more about the star that appeared the 25th day of the month of December." Crazy evil gingerbread man laughed. "December 25th, you say? How improbable this is. So Ryan, what have you to say about this star?" And crazy evil gingerbread man began to shake as he glared at his advisor. "As you know, sir, I've been out of the sky for quite some time. I have, in fact, not been watching." The insane ruler vibrated more furiously. "There have been so many new stars in the last few years, I think we can be certain that this one star that fits all the stories is Christmas, the star of legends. Fa la 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 la! Happy holidays!" Crazy evil gingerbread man vibrated with the intensity of a small earthquake. Things began to fall from the walls and glasses shattered. A large crack crept up the wall. "I'm shaking all over with excitement," he proclaimed. But he was not excited. He was enraged and terrified, and though he was crazy, he was not without his wits, and a plan formed so quickly in his head that strange visitors from yon far land might believe that these words came from his heart. You astronomers must go and find this young star. You have my blessings, and when you find him, return here and tell me where I might find the star, Christmas, so that I might proclaim over him a new holiday, a day of rejoicing. I would like to proclaim December 25th as Christmas Day. And the people shouted and cheered. Could it be true that the stories were going to be fulfilled now, this very day? Christmas the star had finally come to bring peace, to destroy evil, and to open the gate to the land of marvel and joy. Crazy Evil Gingerbread Man sent servants to provide the wise astronomers with every supply they might need, then retired to his chambers. His closest advisors gathered the next morning. Christmas star, how exciting, chimed an old Granny Smith, the apple who was the education advisor. All the children will be so happy. Guards, throw the apple to the polar bears. And there was shock and much protest and some crying. Anyone else excited about Christmas? There was silence. Good. Now, each and every one of you know that if Christmas has come to destroy evil and to set up a peaceful kingdom, then the stories have declared war on me. What can we do to stop Christmas? You're crazy if you think you can change the stories, proclaimed Ryan, who realized his poor choice of words a little too late. Crazy? You think I'm crazy? What would make you think I'm crazy? Would a crazy man have his #1 advisor thrown to the polar bears? Crazy Evil Gingerbread Man began to shake. No, sir, he wouldn't. You're right. Happy holidays, Ryan. Gods, throw him to the Gila monster. And for the rest of you, know that the wise astronomers have left with my blessings, with orders to return. And as soon as they return, you will go to the star and you will kill it. I am Crazy Evil Gingerbread Man. And Crazy Evil Gingerbread Man hates Christmas. Happy holidays. The wise astronomers did find the new star, shining brightly in the sky. The tales of his appearance was marvelous and inspiring. Messengers from the land of marvel and joy had visited a pair of stars and instructed them about the soon-to-come miraculous appearance of the new star. They were given instructions to raise it as their own, for it would indeed be a real star with every weakness and emotion and need just as any other. But it was also the star of creation from the beginning of time, though the world would not realize this until he became full-grown. And they were to name the new star Christmas. And the wise astronomers gave gifts to the young star. As a group of dolphins who had been working late that night came with stories of messengers from the land of marvel and joy who told of the Christmas star rising in the sky. And the smallest dolphin played a tune on his little bongos. And every Christmas people still sing the song of the little drummer dolphin. And that night, the wise astronomers were awakened in their sleep by the messengers from the land of marvel and joy. Wise astronomers, do not trust the gingerbread man, for he is evil and he has gone mad. Instead, return to your land by another route and do not tell him where he can find Christmas. Go now in peace. And that is exactly what they did. It had been some time and the wise astronomers had not returned to the gingerbread palace as ordered. And rumors soon confirmed that they were seen leaving the country by a different road and were long since gone. The resulting seismic shock of Crazy Evil Gingerbread Man's shaking was so great it knocked down half the palace, blew a hole in the wall around the city, and grounded flights from the gingerbread airport for weeks. All I wanted was to be obeyed. My kingdom was perfect. He stormed out of the front of the palace, heading towards the military headquarters. He saw a group of children along the road, and he bent down to talk to them. I made this place a marvel land. I built Ginger World. And think of all of our celebrations, kiddos. Happy holidays. And the children began to cry. That gingerbread man scared me. However, Crazy Evil Gingerbread Man was already walking off and did not hear the children complain. Meanwhile, at the military compound, a war room meeting was getting underway. Can anyone tell me which star is Christmas? And there was silence. Can anyone read these charts? The latest satellite images were placed on the wall next to the charts from 2 years ago. Hundreds of new stars were circled in red ink. Ryan knew, but you threw him to the Gila monster. Then we take them all out. Every new star in the last 2 years, I want gone, dead, stuffed out. There's no other mission. We do this now. Happy holidays to me. And with ruthless precision, Crazy Evil Gingerbread Man had his entire army taking out every new star and anything that stood in their way. And even those closest to him now realized that his words say happy holidays, but his laugh says let's destroy Christmas. Now, do not worry too much for Christmas. The messenger from the land of marvel and joy, he returned shortly after the Weistromers left and warned Christmas and his parents of Crazy Evil Gingerbread Man's plan to destroy Christmas. Disguising themselves as Mylar balloons, the three sneaked out of the country where they waited in fear and anticipation. But Crazy Evil Gingerbread Man would not live forever. As is often the case, crazy and evil rulers surround themselves with others who are of the like mind. And in a few short years, Crazy Evil Gingerbread Man would himself be killed, making it safe for Christmas to return. And though many, many people rejected Christmas, for those who would trust in him and believe they would be shown the path to and gain entrance through the gates of the land of marvel and joy. I want to pray with you all. Our Heavenly Father, God, I know it's a silly story today, but God, when we see the truth underneath it, that you sent your Son to this earth, God, that it changes our lives. God, it was not a simple thing that happened. God, it was not an easy thing, and it was not without sacrifice. And there was danger and peril and destruction at every length. And God, I pray that you would help us to appreciate the lengths that you went to bring your Son into this world and to endure the hardships and the pains of the prejudices and all the things that went along with it, God, in order to bring our Savior into this world. Lord, we thank you that you didn't bring him up in the palace, but that you brought him up as a normal person at a normal time, that worked with his hands and loved you with all of his heart. Lord God, I pray that we would learn to be those people as well. That we might work with our hands, love you with our heart. And God, that we might be people as well that point others to you. Lord, we love you so much. In your name we pray. Amen. Amen. We're going to read a passage out of Matthew chapter 2, and I want you to hear that story, and I want you to understand what Christ has come to this world to do for you.
So reading out of the second chapter of Matthew, we're going to hear the historical account of what we just heard about the angry gingerbread man. Matthew chapter 2 reads this way. After Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea, in the days of King Herod, wise men from the east arrived in Jerusalem, saying, "Where is he who has been born King of the Jews? For we saw his star at its rising and have come to worship him." When King Herod heard this, he was deeply disturbed, and all Jerusalem with him. So he assembled all the chief priests and scribes of the people, and asked them where the Christ would be born. "In Bethlehem of Judea," they told him, "because this is what was written by the prophet. And you, Bethlehem, in the land of Judea, are by no means least among the rulers of Judah. Because out of you will come a ruler who will shepherd my people." Then Herod secretly summoned the wise men and asked them the exact time that the star appeared. He sent them to Bethlehem and said, "Go and search carefully for the child. When you find him, report back to me so that I too can go worship him." After hearing the king, they went on their way. And there it was, the star they had seen at its rising. It led them until they came it came and stopped above the place where the child was. When they saw the star, they were overwhelmed with joy. Entering the house, they saw the child with Mary, the mother, and falling on their knees, they worshipped him. Then they opened their treasures and presented him with gifts, gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And after being warned in a dream not to go back to Herod, they returned to their own country by another route. After they were gone, an angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, "Get up, take the child and his mother, flee to Egypt, and stay there until I tell you. For Herod is about to search for the child to kill him." So he got up, took the child and his mother during the night, and escaped to Egypt. He stayed there until Herod's death, so that was spoken by the Lord through the prophet might be fulfilled. "Out of Egypt I called my son." Then Herod, when he realized that he had been outwitted by the wise men, flew into a rage. He gave orders to massacre all the boys in and around Bethlehem who were 2 years old and under. In keeping with the time he had learned from the wise men, then what was spoken through Jeremiah the prophet was fulfilled. A voice was heard in Ramah, weeping, great mourning, Rachel weeping for her children. And she refused to be consoled, because they are no more. After Herod died, an angel of the Lord appeared in a dream to Joseph in Egypt, saying, "Get up, take the child and his mother, and go to the land of Israel, because those who intended to kill the child are dead." So he got up and took the child and his mother and entered the land of Israel. But when he heard that Archelaus was ruling over Judea in the place of his father Herod, he was afraid to go there. And being warned in a dream, he withdrew to the region of Galilee. Then he went and settled in a town called Nazareth, to fulfill what was spoken through the prophets, that he would be called a Nazarene.